The first book of Kings describes one of the battles between the Jews and the warlike Philistines in the 10th century BC. The Philistines won a crushing victory. Their joy was enhanced by the fact that in battle they captured the most valuable trophy, the main shrine of the Israelites, the Ark of the Covenant. This chest served not only as a place to store the tablets with the commandments, but according to God's revelation, it was also considered the place of his presence. The Philistines placed the ark in the temple of the god Dagon. A modern reader of the Old Testament may not understand why the Philistines decided to seize this relic. Why did they, not believing in the one God, place evidence of him in a room that they considered sacred? The fact is that in ancient times in the Middle East, any war was also a war of religions. It was believed that war was not only between nations, but also between their patrons from the upper world. In pagan tribes, the role of patron of warriors was given to one of the idols of the pantheon. The Assyrians, for example, considered the god Nergal to be the king of battle, the Canaanites, Baal, the Babylonians, Marduk. The presence of gods in the army was personified by special banners or statues. These relics are mentioned in the annals of the Assyrian king Shalmaneser III and in the texts of the city-state of Mari. Portable idols not only accompanied the army, but could also be captured, as reported by another Assyrian king, Esarhaddon. The Philistines considered the ark to be one of such idols, and the placement of the Israeli relic in the temple of Dagon meant for them that the Israeli god Yahweh was captured by a more powerful deity. But then strange things began to happen in the Philistine temple. The next day, the Philistines found the idol of Dagon lying on the floor. They put the statue back in place, but the next day it was back on the floor, now broken. Mice began to breed in the city where the temple of Dagon stood, and the inhabitants were struck by a disease. Their bodies were covered with growths. Perhaps it was the bubonic plague. The Philistines called in priests and soothsayers to tell them what to do with the Ark of the Covenant. They ordered strange rituals to be performed. They ordered that mice be made of gold, placed along with the Ark on a cart harnessed to cows that had recently responded for the first time and had never been in a harness before, and released to wander freely. Why is everything so complicated? What are these strange manipulations? In fact, the making of golden mice was a magical ritual based on the belief that images can replace real objects and phenomena. Mouse figurines are often found in the Middle East. In all likelihood, the spread of rodents was a frequent disaster here. By sending symbols of the disasters that befell them along with the ark, the Philistines wanted to get rid of them. The golden figurines were also a sacrifice with which the Philistines wanted to appease the unknown God of the Israelites. The pagans had no experience of prayer as communication with God. Their relationship with the spiritual world consisted entirely of magical rituals in which moral obligations and purity of intentions were not important, but the accuracy of the manipulations performed. According to the ideas of idolaters, incorrectly performed rituals could be useless or anger the deity even more. To make sure that they were doing the right thing, the pagans used recently calved cows as oracles. Hunger, full udders, and the lowing of calves would normally have sent the animals home. However, this time the cows, contrary to their natural needs, chose the road that ran up the mountain and led to the Israeli city of Beth Shemesh. The creator of the universe explained to the pagans in a symbolic language. They understood that idols could not compare to the one God in any holy war. Therefore, the subsequent movement of the ark from city to city also did not give the Philistines anything, because all these cities were touched by the punishing hand of God. Therefore, it was decided to return the ark to the Israelites. It was sent back with a penitential gift consisting of 5 golden barrels and 5 golden mice. And the number 5 corresponded to the 5 Philistine cities: Ashdod, Gaza, Ashkelon, Gath, and Ekron.